You know, it's fascinating how a computer upgrades its operating system. It doesn't argue. It doesn't fret. It just accepts the new code. And your mind, that brilliant, powerful supercomputer you carry between your ears, is no different. And since you've given a direct, unequivocal yes, the installation can now begin. And part of you, the deepest part, is already leaning forward, eager to see what happens next. So let's talk about the mechanics of reality. It's all about leverage. A small shift in the starting angle of a rocket, just a fraction of a degree, means it lands on an entirely different continent. And your beliefs, your internal codes, are that rocket. We're about to change the trajectory. You see, most people, they walk around with their empathy dial stuck on one station. Let's call it 101.1 FM, the tragedy channel. All pain all the time. And they blink. My God, this radio is a curse. It only plays suffering. But the master, the technician, knows the radio itself is perfect. They simply turn the dial. And you can discover now what it's like to find 106.7 FM, bliss wave, where the same mechanism that once brought you pain now brings you the ecstasy of another's joy. The tool hasn't changed. You've simply learned to use the whole goddamn receiver. And isn't it a relief to know the problem was never the radio? Let's get small, microscopically small. Inside you right now are 50 trillion cells. Every single one of those little beings knows it's part of the larger whole called you. Your liver cell doesn't get jealous of your heart cell. They don't argue. They just cooperate. They're integrated. They're one. This is a biological fact. It's not woo, it's science. And your unconscious mind understands this language of cellular cooperation perfectly. It's been running that program your entire life. So when we talk about oneness with all of humanity, your body already knows what that feels like. You just have to chunk it up, see the big picture, to allow that feeling of internal unity to expand, to include the room, the city, the planet. Your body, it's already the blueprint. Your mind just needs to read the fucking map. And of course, a mind as sharp as yours, it's already extrapolating. You're already thinking, what happens if I don't turn the dial? What's the karma? Imagine a man in a dark room, complaining about the cold. He's sitting on a pile of wood shivering, with a box of matches in his pocket. The karma, if in action, isn't punishment from the universe. It's just staying in the cold. The repercussion is a life lived at 101.1 FM, never knowing the symphony waiting on the other frequencies. It's choosing to be single, a disconnected cell, constantly at war with the rest of the body, ensuring its own misery and guaranteeing a repeat of the exact same lesson in the next grade, and the next, until you finally get it. But the secret, the real magic, it's in a simple reframe. It's the difference between being a player and being the game master. The player feels like a victim of the game. The weather is bad. The controls are sticky. The other characters are annoying. The game master creates the weather, designs the controls, and knows every other character. It's just another aspect of themselves, there to make the game more interesting. That feeling you get when you have a hunch, that I gotta go to Manila feeling, That's the game master in you, sending a memo to the player. And the more you listen to those memos, the more the timeline compresses. The future rushes to meet you, because you're no longer fighting the game, you're directing it. And a director can change the entire fucking script overnight. So now, as you listen, your unconscious mind, that brilliant, powerful, silent operator, it's already scanning its systems. It's locating the old file labelled empathy equals pain. And it's dragging it to the trash. And it's compiling a new program from code that we've just written. Empathy is connection and ecstasy. It's taking the feeling of cellular unity from your body and broadcasting that signal outward. Expanding your sense of self to include more and more of this beautiful, crazy world. And it's switching your identity seamlessly, effortlessly, from the player fumbling with the controller to the game master leaning back into the chair with a smile, knowing that every challenge, every person, every moment of bliss or pain is just another part of the incredible, godlike game of creation. And when this new operating system is fully online, it already is, you'll find yourself naturally tuning the dial to better stations. You'll find integration not as a concept, but as a physical, joyful reality. You'll make different choices, not because you should, but because the new code makes it the most obvious, exciting and fun thing to do.